jump. Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm not-
leave it muted. So it's
Okay, just no, he couldn't clarify it. I just want to
I'm gonna pick this shit real quick.
yeah, I wanted to explain a basic concept to you.
Yeah, I don't care what. We're just gonna dismiss all of that because you're not debating.
He's scared of me living. He's scared
I'm not.
Okay, but no, but
official. I just like the whole point is that Dion is saying that
Yeah, but that was
like the
dismissed.
amp wouldn't
He's
saying
saying
I'll basically say I'll just elaborate Dion's point. So he's saying that like he won't amp him the same way because the chakra control is like their chakra control.
I'm saying that that's a non sequitur, right? Because we obviously know
it doesn't matter.
Well, let me explain why I think it's a non sequitur before you start attacking my point.
Okay, sure.
Right. So I think it's a non sequitur because of the fact that if you're adding more chakra, right, into the Chidori, we know that's going to amp you to like a certain degree, right? The more chakra and like speed that's put into it, right? But we know the baseline ninjutsu itself is going to amp you, right? So if at
but you can't say the same.
Let me finish. So if at baseline when you perform this technique, this is what's shown, right? When he first performed this technique, logically we're going to assume that this is how this is when you've adequately performed the technique, and this is what is going to be the requirements for it, right? You're not going to be slower, otherwise it's not going to be the same degree, right? You're not, unless you can generate the chakra to do the same thing Kakashi doing, you're not going to get the speed in. So therefore, it's going to amp them to the same degree unless more chakras add on externally after the process.
Okay. Wait, real quick. Do you think? Okay, wait. So you're saying the chakra quantity is like also matters? Is that what you're arguing? Saying like the chakra quantity matters more than the actual control?
I'm saying that it all follows on like how much amplification is already made after the said amp, right? I'm saying Chidori's going to amp you right to lightning speed or like faster than lightning, right? And I'm saying that you can make it amp yourself faster if you add more, but at baseline the technique is going to be faster than lightning.
Yeah, but
no, it's not.
I've already justified. I already gave my reasoning.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do you think? Hold on, real quick. Do you think Jiraiya's Rasengan has the same AP as Kid Naruto's Rasengan?
Can you prove to me Jiraiya is in Naruto?
Say it again.
Can you prove to me Jiraiya is in Naruto?
You are what? He's a troll.
Official. Come on.
I know you.
I'm not getting jumped. You are not getting jumped. I'm not getting jumped. That's crazy work. I'm not getting jumped.
Do you think Naruto have the same AP for when it comes to Rasengan? Go ahead.
Yeah. So if you can prove to me Jiraiya is in Naruto, we can definitely talk about. Like,
official. The whole point is that you're saying that like the jutsu was named. It's called Lightning Blade. Explain. It's called Lightning Blade because Kakashi wants to cut lightning with it, right?
No, that's not.
No, that's like verbatim. That's how guy.
You are a low-level piece of.
That's completely like you just misrepresented.
Okay, let me get this panel. I'll just get the whole dialogue for you right now. Like when he first uses it, and then like the guy explains why it was called lightning blade. Because he's saying, like once you use the set Chidori, like you're gonna be able to automatically cut lightning, right?
I'm using A. Okay. So we know A. When Kakashi first uses this technique, right? It amped him to the degree of what's name. It to the degree of making him be able to cut lightning because he's never showed no feat like that before.
He didn't cut lightning the first time he used the technique.
Right?
What is he talking about?
Logically, we include the fact that it amps you to the set degree where you're able to cut lightning. Like, you amp yourself higher via means consistency. That's
Can you prove that Kid Kakashi could cut lightning? Go ahead. Can you prove that Kid Kakashi could cut lightning? Go ahead.
Wait, Kid Kakashi.
Can you prove that Kid Kakashi could cut lightning? Go ahead. Please answer the question.
Kid Kakashi could barely even run. Kid Kakashi could barely even run with it. Like initially when he first used it, like when he was unstable. After he got the Sharingan, he's able to stabilize the Setchidori.
Fucking low level.
Yeah. Okay,
low level.
What'd you say, Fisher?
That doesn't defeat what I said.
No, because you're saying you're saying that this
you can be a kid.
You agree that
hold on.
Where it literally held him back, and that was emphasized throughout the series that he said he shouldn't have been slacking off in the power. That was a whole reflection of Kakashi, right? He was going through depression, and he was just mindlessly doing stuff throughout the Anbu, doing these visions. He wasn't just getting stronger and stronger. He even mentions this in himself. So I don't know why you're over here lying, acting like there's going to be a significant difference in speed, right? If he was his eyes couldn't perceive or just like I'm not saying he couldn't perceive, or just like it was hard for him to. Right, he was still able to.
But official,
I'm saying it doesn't matter. Still going to amp him to that same degree.
Official, you're saying that this unstable Kakashi that first, like when he was first using Chidori, right? The unstable Kakashi can automatically cut Lightning, right? He could barely even run. He could barely even. Hear me out. Wait, hear me out. Just being Johnny level doesn't mean you can spaz the Lightning.
Yeah, but all Johnny levels at that point in the series were literally above Neji.
Via what? Like he passed the whole way. He like surpassed like the whole Hyuga branch. Wait, what's this thing? Neji, wait. The Hyuga clan. The Hyuga clan has the best tide use in the whole like the Leaf Village, right?
That doesn't mean that they're going to be faster.
Real quick. I'm saying real quick. And then like the main. I'm saying at least like the top tiers in like the Hyuga clan, which would be this. Real quick. The Hyuga clan wouldn't be one of the strongest clans, right? If their top tiers weren't at least Jonin level, right? Jonin level.
Right. I'm thinking because of the outclassing martial arts. I'm saying that some of them.
No, okay, that's not what I'm saying.
Not all Jonin level are going to be Jonin level.
Official. I'm saying he surpassed the main branch. He surpassed like the whole main branch, Neji, right? The main branch, right, is one of the strongest. Real quick, is one of the strongest clans, right, in the whole village.
Self-proclaimed with no feats.
You mean what feats do you really need? Like
they really say like, oh, the Hyuga has the best.
No. It was explained. It was explained by like a third party. It was explained. I think it was like I forgot, it was Tenten or something. I think Tenten explained it real quick.
Under character knowledge statement. I don't think that character has evaluated all of these ninjas. I think that
That's all he does.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Are you fine with? Wait, do you think the third Hokage is a credible source? Like, I just want to say.
Do I think the third Hokage is a credible source?
I'm gonna say no.
Can you stop bullshitting?
Do you think so?
In this instance, I don't know if he's interacted.
You don't think the Hokage is aware about the situations of like the clans?
I mean, each Hokage is going to work their job differently. Like, I don't see as to why Hiruzen is going to be evaluating all of the Hyuga things. Right? If you could show me instances of him doing that and specifically reading their chakra signature and evaluating each one, right, which he would need to do to have that said knowledge and sure.
Why do you talk to this nigga? He's dumb. He's dumb. Like, it's a waste of time. Well, what's the main discussion?
We're talking about Neji or like Sasuke shooting exams.
This is. Hey, D, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, it was good, man.
Why are you such a low tier? Quit not playing.
Ironic.
No, I'm not low tier. I got good feet.
You're a low tier. Well,
you definitely are a low tier. Like, come on.
No. I got pretty good feet, so I can't be a low tier.
That's just not true.
Official high tier.
It's true.
No, you're terrible. I already know. I know you're the type of guy to like go. Hold on, real quick. You're the type of guy to like get your friend to judge the debate afterwards and then be like, "Oh, like I won that shit."
Because you couldn't debunk anything I said. I don't really
no, because you would allow me to answer the conversation because you're a little.
No, it was because you couldn't debunk anything I said and you're ass.
You're a little tier. What's that again?
You just run a cross-verse topic or IRL topic.
Let's do IRL topic. Let's do IRL topic. Let's do that.
Okay, then we can definitely do that.
If you lose to official, I'm clowning you.
Hey, here's the craziest part. You did lose to official though. That's what I'm saying. Because you're a low tier. You know what I'm saying?
Please don't say that in front of official.
I'm just saying.
For real.
You won.
Official, you want to debate right now? We can debate. I'll slam you.
Okay, you do IRL topics?
Sure. What topics are you doing?
I want you to justify. We can do if God exists. I'll be taking the negation.
Oh, well, I take the negation as well. I take it not to this.
Okay, well, after I'm done slamming here, I'll just hit you up with what I want to talk to you about. But besides that, don't speak to me till then because I don't fucking like you, bitch.
That's your ugly ass, like you dirty ass Naruto headband wearing ass. Ugly ass. That's why you fucking Google God looking at dirty ass bitch. Nigga, dirty ass. You could spurge to the fucking recording, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you the bitch.
Officials, are you guys gonna debate? Wait, are you guys gonna debate like God exists?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. Y'all could just 2v1 me. Actually, I could just run both at the same time. I think you guys will both lose.
He's so retarded.
We can also do it for mine.
Hey, bro, disclaimer on if God exists, pro, bro. It's an easy topic, bro. It's easy, bro. Just slam this nigga real quick, bro. Because
he's gonna give some weird like prove you exist or some shit like that. Like he's a retard. But yeah, we could debate it. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Officially said you can debate it. Like, God exists.
What's up with you, Fear?
What's good?
Fear, you ducking me?
Me?
No, I'm talking about forgiving Pac.
Oh, I'm not ducking you. I'm not ducking you.
Like, what's up? You sending your boy like both of y'all?
To me, it seems like you're ducking D1 because this nigga just said you debate you.
I called you out, but it's okay. I'll run with him. I just wanted to get out of my opinion that you
D1 literally said you debate you.
D1, let's run this
topic. For that shit. Hey, I understand you don't want to get slammed by that nigga. Shit.
Anyways, you can state your premises or whatever and shit like that, and why you think God exists.
You want to do the death penalty?
I'll turn your volume up.
Hello?
There you go.
Hello?
Wait, we're gonna debate.
No. We can do.
I'm on the negation to God existing.
Okay. Pocket's asking to do the death penalty with you.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that topic.
So yeah, official. So who are you running with? Official D1 or Pac?
D1 because Pac's scary ass.
No, I said we could do. I said we could do the death penalty. You want to do that?
Tell. I think he has some local music. Tell him.
Yeah. So wait, Pac. Okay, Okay, he can debate D1 first, and he debate you after.
Okay, but that's fine.
Okay, let me just make the server ping then.
He just wanted to get a fucking activity. Sure. That's why he said me first. The fuck. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, though. Hey, so you might be on that debate Saucy Wu in that server too, D1 too. I ain't gonna lie and get slammed, but
Saucy Wu was fucking terrible. Like,
no, Saucy Wu was slammed, but you be real.
But
anyway,
I don't think Saucy Wu is good.
Thank you. You lost to that nigga. You are ass. Like, stop talking.
What the
fuck are y'all talking about?
Talk. Stop eating.
All right, wait. Okay, run the debate. Run the debate, bro.
Wait.
You like start or whatever?
Okay. Anyway, who the fuck said I suck? Because I'll slam you next, bitch.
I said you suck, bitch. I said you suck, nigga.
Anyways, okay. Do you aware that everything that began to exist must have a cause?
Oh, bro, you ugly black fucking ass nigga. Come on.
Everything that began to exist must have a cause, you ugly ass freak. Is he okay? Is he not here?
Official?
He does. Right? I don't think it's possible for something to be before the progression of events or for time to be created.
I didn't say nothing about. What is he talking about?
Nigga, you said that everything is gonna need like a cause to it to happen.
That's not what I said. I said everything that began to exist must have a cause.
I don't think that. Well, I mean, it depends on like what totality that entails to. But I think that if you're arguing like something had to create time, I think that would be impossible because if time is the progression of events, I don't think it's possible for something.
That's not my argument. That's not my argument. So can you respond? Can you respond to the thing? Can you respond to my argument? Because you're going on a tangent. That's not a response to my argument. That's not a response. That's not a response to my argument. Okay, because you're going. Shut the fuck up. 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 Because that analogy and that somebody serve me him. Because that in that analogy. That presupposes that time began to begin in the first place. You fucking retard. So anyway, that analogy presupposes it. Yes, bro. Listen, can you mute him?
Okay. Well, okay. Sure.
Because in the analogy that you gave, you said that you believe not in a totality because you say that something created time. Okay, that thing is impossible. So in your own analogy, you presuppose that something created time, okay? That's not what my argument is founded on, retard. So please respond to the argument once again. I said everything that began to exist must have a cause, okay? We see this is literally consistently. Shut the fuck up. Consistently the case. So can you show me something that began to exist and didn't have a cause?
I think that would be your burden because you're asserting that it is the case on your part. That's just a burden.
Okay, so if I show you that this thing is consistent within reality, then I would have the higher probable argument than yours.
I mean, that would just be showing some things. That would just be committing a hasty generalization. You can show some things
oh my God.
needing a cause to exist, right? but that doesn't mean that everything is going to have to, right?
That's not a hasty generalization fallacy, because a hasty generalization fallacy is basing a conclusion based off an insufficient amount of evidence, okay?
Yeah.
But I am not giving shut the fuck up. I'm talking because you're a retard, okay? So I'm not reaching a definitive truth here. I'm arguing from probability, you fucking retard. Fallacies go towards argument. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm talking. Fucking fallacies are founded on definitive conclusions. For example, argument from ignorance fallacy states that you're basing something based off the lack of fucking evidence. For example, if I say that it is not the case, then shut the fuck up. It is not the case. Oh, somebody mute this dumbass nigga. He cannot shut up. Why can't he shut up? Why can't he shut up? And why y'all not muting this bitch ass thing? I'm just not going to debate here. But the moderation already fucking terrible.
Okay, hold on, chill, bitch. Chill, bitch. Go ahead.
Okay, you're trying to see a Spurg fest. No, I'm not here to Spurg with this dumbass nigga. So,
all right, bro. I'll moderate too.
Back to what I was saying, bro. I hasty, like I gave you the example of fallacy. They are founded on definitive truths. For example, argument from ignorance is fallacious because you're basing a conclusion based off the lack of evidence or the evidence that you have. So, for example, if I say it is not the case that he went to the store because there's no evidence of this the case, that would be an argument from ignorance because I'm saying that he did not go to the store. But here, I'm saying that it's consistent that this thing is the case. So I would have a higher probability than you that more nine times out of 10 that everything began to exist must have a cause. So my argument would be stronger. If you don't show any evidence towards the fucking argument that I provided, or you don't give any evidence leading towards the case that things that began to exist did not have a cause, then you're not actually proving anything here. You're just giving an interpretation that has no likelihood.
Go ahead, official.
Yeah, so that was just like a blatant shotgun.
Oh, you got the moderation? Okay.
Yeah, so that was just a blatant shotgun. So that's just going to be dismissed. We're going to take this point by point. So you can restate your entire argument, but point by point.
So how was it a shotgun if I just explained my argument?
That was you gave multiple points.
No, I did not give multiple points. I just literally just explained the argument. Oh wait, you made a claim. You made a claim. I responded to that claim. You made a claim, and I was responding to that claim.
I didn't even get to elaborate on it. I didn't even get to.
You already said, yo, you made a claim.
Let me talk.
Go ahead, official.
Okay, so first off, what you did was going to be a blatant shotgun, right? Everything inside your argument, when you're saying like these words, you're presupposing I know what the definition of these words are. Therefore, that would show that you're making like a lot of presupposition, indirect claims, and assertions, right? So therefore, that would fall under a shotgun. Second, a shotgun by definition is going to be giving out points to that overloads one's cognitive processor, right? Which you just did. I literally told you that I couldn't track and you kept going. So I said, you're going to need to take this point by point. So that is going to fall under a shotgun.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
So the reason why that was not a shotgun, because I was responding to every point that you made thus far during the debate, right? So if you're saying that I shotgun, then you'll be agreeing that you also shotgun because you also made several claims, okay? And I'm responding to all those several claims. But I understand that you can't track. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm rhetorically faster, I'm rhetorically sharper than you, and I can track every fucking argument that you make during this fucking debate because you're an ass and you're a fucking low tier. So that's fine. So I'll repeat it for you just so you can track this time. So maybe listen. Okay, so the first argument you made, you gave an analogy where you presupposed that time had a beginning, but that's not a part of my argument. My argument is not founded on it. Okay, please try. So what I said was fallacies are founded on definitive truths because you're coming up with a definitive conclusion based off the lack of something or insufficient reasoning for something. So for example, I gave the argument from ignorance. The argument from ignorance saying that something is or is not the case because the lack of the evidence. So if I say, well, he didn't go to the store because there's no evidence that he didn't go to the store. Just because there's no evidence that he did not go to the store, guess what? That doesn't mean that he didn't go because he can go without there being any type of evidence of him going to the store. So it's very simple. So when you say this is a hasty generalization, no, it wouldn't be a hasty generalization because I'm showing a consistency with this being the case. So I would have a higher probability than your argument because your argument doesn't show any likelihood or have any evidence backing the reason for this interpretation that you're trying to portray. Or you're not even giving an interpretation. You're just saying that's something that I would need to prove. But if you don't show any likelihood within your argument, then you're not actually proving anything. Low tier.
Okay, so again, that was just another shotgun. Second, I attacked your argument. You said that everything that began to exist, right? What's the name? Everything that.
Yo, officially there?
not has to have like a beginning or causation for it to exist, right?
Wait, official, you cut off. Wait, official, you cut off, bro. Just repeat what you said.
Repeat what you said.
Okay. So basically, I was saying, right, I was called out a shotgun, right, again. And also want to mention, like, he said, oh, you would be saying that, what's name? I called a shotgun, right? A shotgun fallacy is only going to be, like, held or applied to a debate when somebody calls it out. You didn't call it out on yourself. That would just fall on you. Second, you said that, I didn't attack your point. You're saying that everything, right, is going to have a cause. Everything that began to exist has to have a cause, right? What's the name? I think certain things don't have to have like a beginning point of existence or like have to be created. I think some things can like always exist, kind of like time, right? I don't think the Big Bang, we know what it was. We know what the cause was for that. It was just like a coverage of like atoms and stuff like that and causing this like explosion or whatever. So we already know what the cause was for that. So I don't see as to why you're trying to like equivalent that to being God. You haven't really justified where yours being probable, because I already said things can exist without having like time. I gave an example of time, how things can exist without having to be made, right? So again, right, I already gave, so you can just attack what I said.
So back to what I was saying, I did call it a shotgun, you fucking retard. You don't know how to track. So how I did call out the shotgun is by saying that if you're saying that I shotgun, then you're also saying that you're shotgun. So I'm calling it out within that argument, you fucking retard. So please track. You saying that you believe that things could fucking just always exist is not an argument. This is the belief. What is the argument for the things that just believe? I'm gonna write out P1 and P2 in chat, and the conclusion that things can always exist. And I want an argument for it. I want a formal argument for it, and I want you to write it out in chat for me. So let's start with that point that you made first. So I'm gonna write P1, P2 in chat. Make sure you're tracking. Okay. What server is this again?
No trolling.
What server is this again?
No trolling.
Shut up. What server is this again?
Oh, no trolling, bitch.
Oh, no trolling.
Okay.
Fucking little tier. What's good,
so,
Forrest?
Right. P1. Okay. P2. Then conclusion. Things can just always exist. So I want the formal argument for it. I want you to fill in the fucking blanks, bitch. So look in chat, okay? And I want you to fill in the blanks for the syllogism. Go ahead. Because the formal argument, our argument is founded on two premises and a conclusion.
So first off, I don't have to add a syllogism to my argument. That's stupid. You haven't really given me a reasoning as to why I would have to. You just said you would like me to do the case, right? So I'm just going to say no. Second, I've already given my reasoning as to why things can already exist with my example of time, right? How that is something that's going to be the progression of events, right? That is something that cannot have been created. I gave my reasoning as to be the case. So not everything has to have a beginning to exist or has to begin to exist. I think things can already exist. I already justified that. So you can either attack my argument or we're just going to go to conclusions.
Reason for why you would need to do a syllogism, because a syllogism is what's founded on a formal argument. You don't know fucking simple fucking prop logic 101, or you don't even know any type of logic because you're a fucking retard and you're a fucking idiot. And you don't know shit and you can't track shit. So back to what I was saying, you fucking retard. So that's the reason why an argument is founded on two premises and a conclusion. What you're doing here, fucking dumbass official, is that you're just giving belief claims. You're not actually giving an argument. You're saying that you believe that time, right, could have just always began to exist because time is defined as a progression of events. But by that own definition, that means that it would have to have a beginning, because you're agreeing that it's a progression of events. That means that the progression had a beginning. It had a start, you fucking retard, by your own fucking definition. And the reason why that is the case is because it would be in an infinite regression. If we were in an infinite regression, guess what? We would never be able to reach today. Because if we were in an infinite regression, that means that we would have to pass an infinite amount of fucking days or infinite amount of fucking numbers, as you would say, in order to reach it, which we can't reach, because you can't reach infinity. And that's the reason why infinity is a fucking unreachable number in the first place, because it's never ending. Okay. So that wouldn't even make sense here. So when you state that time is a progression of events, you, by your own definition, it would need a start, retard. What else did you bring up? You didn't really attack the shotgun fallacy. You didn't really attack the analogy. What about the, you didn't prove shit. Fucking dumb bitch. We can move on. All right.
Okay, so first off, again, I'm just going to call out another shotgun fallacy, right? First off, and I'm just going to attack what I did remember, right? Okay, so then you brought up I define time, right, as a term to describe the progression of events, right? For time to have not existed at one point, since it's going to be the progression of events, right? For the creation of time to happen, that itself implies progression, right? If there's no progression of events, how can progression happen, right? That doesn't make sense. That's illogical, right? So first off, that doesn't entail what you argued, right? That was fucking stupid, right? And then again, I did attack the shotgun fallacy point. I also don't think that you didn't even track what I said, right? I said a shotgun fallacy is only when you apply if the debater calls it out at that point in time, right? You trying to call it out later on the debate, right, would just be backtracking, trying to go back onto another point as we moved on to something else. Right. So again, it wouldn't hold, right? You should have called it out when it happened, right? Generally, that's how these things work. And yeah, I don't remember all of your other points. So if you made any other points, right, we can just go point by point discussing them. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason why it's not a shotgun is because I'm responding to every point you make, you fucking retard. You just can't fucking track these fucking arguments because you're a fucking retard and you're slow as fuck. So every time that you send out multiple arguments and then I fucking contest them and you can't actually track, you try to make an excuse and call out a shotgun. But it doesn't work that way because I'm not shotgunning you. I'm just responding to every point that you made in the fucking debate, you fucking retard. So it wouldn't be a shotgun. And obviously I did not make multiple points. I was literally fucking going in depth about a point, you fucking retard. So when I went into the depth about how you stated that time, it didn't have a beginning, I literally explained you why time could not have a beginning in the first place. And I also addressed the shotgun point that you call out. And I also addressed the point where you said that things could just always just exist in the first place. So no, it's not a shotgun. You're just a retard. I'm just addressing everything you're fucking saying. And by your own fucking definition, when you say progressive events, once again, you conceded in your own fucking argument. You literally said that it had a progression. So if it had a progression, it must have had a beginning, you fucking retard. When you first progressed to live, you fucking retard, you had a start. And then you start progressing to get older and older and older. By definition, progression means that you had a beginning from the first place in order for you to progress. So that would just be something in virtue of it being an analytical truth. You're not actually addressing anything. Let's move on. Let's go to conclusion. It's not a shotgun, you fucking retard. And no, just because you are incapable of fucking tracking the points, I'm not fucking repeating myself because you're a fucking idiot. Maybe just don't fucking spit out multiple claims, and then when I call out a fucking shotgun in your go, you talking about it's not a shotgun. You're an idiot. Let's go to conclusions.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna call out another blatant shotgun, and then I'm gonna attack with the other points you said, right? So again, if there is no concept for the progression to happen, right, then there is no way that progression can happen. If there is no concept of it, you cannot create the concept of creation because that would imply that concept already existed, right? Because that is going to be the progression of events, right? Your argument doesn't follow or logically conclude. All right. Second, I'm gonna justify what a meaningful statement is, right? So basically, a meaningful statement, right, is going to be a cognitive one that is going to be subject to either being true or false, right? So any religious statement, right, is going to fall under this category. It's going to be a metaphysical statement. And I would argue they would all be meaningless statements because they cannot be empirically verified, right? Because analytical is going to be a proposition that's true by definition. Synthetic is going to be a proposition that can be empirically verified, right? Even by rationalization, right, you're still going to have to go through the method of empirical evidence, right, to denote things are true, right? You cannot verify anything without empirical evidence. God is an existence that cannot be verified via empirical evidence, right? Who's that? So even if you couldn't argue even induction, right? You couldn't argue in induction or logical reasoning because that's still going to be based off of empiricism, right? So that's going to fall into the dichotomy of analytics and synthetics, right? So again, you cannot justify the existence of God. You haven't attacked anything of what I said, right? I just gave my reasoning as to why I don't think God can exist, right? And how any claim about his existence would just be meaningless. So you can go ahead and attack.
Fuck. This is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro.
He's so retarded. He said we can't verify things without using empiricism. What was the argument for that, official? Let's go over this point because if I win this point, you just lose. All right, so this is the last point that we go over.
Let me finish. So you cannot verify God's existence in no form of logic can you verify what's named God's existence if it's not rooted via empiricism, right? And God cannot be empirically verified, right? Because the way you're going to be gaining this information is going to be through your five senses, right? You can't.
Okay, so the question.
Let me give an example. I can give an example, right? So how is a person going to make the claim or have studies that they went to a store if they had no sense of sight, no taste, no smell, no touch, nothing? You wouldn't know if you exist at all. Right?
What the fuck? Are you okay?
You wouldn't be able to distinguish your environment. You wouldn't be able to make observations empirically.
I thought it's about theology. And I wasn't about
hey, no, you, nigga.
Guys, everybody mute.
Is that official or D1 mute? Mute your mic, nigga. Go ahead, official. I'm so
official. You're begging the question here because I'm asking why, and you're just repeating the fucking initial claim about you saying that. Okay, shut up. Let me explain. Hold up. Shut up. Wait.
I didn't explain it.
Holy shit, you're gonna blow the fuck out right now. Don't try running for me, you stupid bitch. Don't try running for me because you're not way sharper, you're way faster. You cannot fucking track any fucking argument that you fucking make in this fucking debate. You fucking retard. You're not doing good in this discussion. And the reason why you're not doing good in this discussion because you don't even want to engage with me. Stop obliviating. Stop sophisticating, you stupid bitch. And let me get the fucking argument. Produce a fucking argument for why things cannot be verified via your empiricism. Produce a fucking argument.
Damn.
Okay, so you didn't even understand my argument. I said things cannot be verified without the use of empiricism. Like I said, the means that we gain information are going to be through sight or through observations of our surroundings, right? That was the foundation for science. That's how we learn things, right? And got to come to these truths of which we would hold, right? These are all things derived from our five senses, right? So if without our five senses, we cannot verify God's existence, right? That would follow under a meaningless statement, right? Any claims about him cannot be verified through this same method, right? Even if you're going to try to rationalize it, even if you're going to try and inductively say this, it cannot be verified by any other statement, and it's still going to have to follow into empiricism, right? So again, if it cannot be verified through these methods, right, then it's just going to be meaningful. It's going to be a meaningless statement, right? I already went over how you cannot create the progression of events because that itself would need progression of events to actually happen because that would still be classified as an event because it's something that's happening, right? So again, none of your analogies have really attacked anything of what I said, right? And then I'm going to call out the blatant multiple shotguns, which you did, right? You're saying that, it's not a shotgun because I made multiple points. Again, I told you to call it out when I make those points.
Officially, he's asking to make an argument. He's asking to make an argument why we have to base everything off of empiricism,
because I literally just said it. I said because the only means in which we gain information is through our sight, touch, taste, hearing. Right, that's a method in which we gain information. That's how we do it. Empiricism is the study of observing things or coming to a conclusion.
Okay. I'll mute official. D1.
I'm unmuted.
Yeah, you're muted right now.
Yeah, I already told him that he's begging the question here. He just keeps saying that the way that we gain information is through empiricism, so we can't verify things without empiricism. That's just begging the question here. By definition, that's what empiricism is, verifying things through your observations. And you're saying that we can't do this thing. That's obviously presupposed within your argument, dumbass. There's no argument for it. You're just repeating the initial claim. You're begging the question. Once again, I keep telling you multiple times that I already called out a fucking shotgun, you fucking idiot. And I explained multiple times, you fucking dumbass. And I even told you how it's not a shotgun, you fucking retard. You just keep saying that I need to call it out. And I gave you both cases. I gave you the case where if it is a shotgun, I'm calling it out. And even if it's not the case, it's not a shotgun. And I gave you that argument as well. Yeah, you're just begging the question through empiricism. You're just saying that there's no other way that we could gain information without empiricism. And you're just repeating the claim by saying, we need our senses to gather information, which is empiricism. You're an idiot. You're a fucking retard. Let's go to conclusion, faggot.
Sure. All right, so first off, I'm going to clarify, nigga, you're not attacking anything of what I said. Second, right, so if we don't have hearing, right, how are we going to hear information, right? How are we going to learn about our world? How are we going to come to the conclusion of knowing what God is, knowing what creation was, knowing what anything it is, right? If you have no sight, you're not going to be able to do that. If you have no hearing, you're not going to be able to do that. If you have no touch, how are you going to come to that conclusion, right? What are you going to be your basis off of if you can't see, you can't hear, you can't smell, you can't touch? What is going to be your basis for understanding anything? How are you going to come to any logical? How are you going to know what words are going to be, right? Again,
this is so
apt. Okay.
I'll go mute.
Just go to conclusions. We could just go to conclusions.
All right. Let D1 conclude first, then. All right.
I don't need it. I don't need a conclusion. Right. I don't need one.
Okay. Oh shit! If the official wants to conclude, then all right. Official, got it.
I'll give mine. Okay. So basically, earlier in the debate, multiple times I defined the verification principle, right? And I defined it as I explained what meaningful statements are. A meaningful statement is going to be a cognitive one that's going to be subject to either being true or being false, right? And I said a meaningless one, what's the name? if there's no factual knowledge associated with the statement, then it cannot be verified, right? So any religious statement or any statement about God is a metaphysical statement, and I would argue that it would be meaningless because they cannot be empirically verified, not even analytically, right? Which is going to be a proposition that's going to be true by definition, or synthetic, which is going to be a proposition that could be empirically verified, right? All of those things, right? Even if you like would have argued like induction or logical reasoning, the basis for all of those things is going to be built off of empiricism, because that's how you're going to be gaining through this information, right? He also tried to argue in his thing that he argued that everything in existence, right? Everything that exists would have to have a cause for it to exist, right? We went over time. I gave my examples as to why time wouldn't have to have existed, right? Never defeated. He just said, "Oh, that's a starting point. That's a starting point." Even though I explained to him why it doesn't make sense, right? So his logic wouldn't flow through. All right. Also pointed out the absurdity of this. What's the name for this claim, right? And I also brought up how just because he shows instances of things, the needed cause to have really doesn't entail the fall into like the totality of things, right? So, and we could just,
Okay, that was the Ash debate. You want to get judgment from the VC, or do you guys want to get judgment for all the individual judges?
Nah, from the VC.
I'll say
the VC.
All right, let's start with Repellent. Who do you think won? Repellent, go ahead. Repellent, it's on you.
Yeah, who do you think won?
I just 40.
Hold on, I wasn't properly paying attention, but from
you
what I
had
heard,
a lot of say about it in the chat.
Yeah, from what I heard, I thought D1 won because the whole empiricism argument.
All right.
Let's ask a real nigga. Let's ask Pale King. Sonic.
Nigga, just ask the judges.
Yeah,
Wait,
one.
We didn't
Obvious. Like I don't even know half the shit.
Hey,
the
just
niggas
save
do
the recording right now.
Forks.
It's Forks there.
Because I don't agree to like.
That boy is not there.
Fear.
And I'm not going to argue with a nigga who's not judge about judgment. That's what I'm saying. Libin, can you just save the recording so I can just save this?
No, I'll save the recording.